Harley, Bandit, let's say our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And Harley, I know you got your head all down. I will have mine down too. Those little white sheets I have on the floor, that's where you use the toilet. I know it's raining outside. You don't like to get your hair wet. You don't like to get your feet wet. But you guys are just going to have to get over that. You've been away from your Pops Mickey for a long time. I've been trying to teach you all these years, but something's got to change. Something has got to change.
Sunday was Father's Day, and I celebrated Father's Day by calling the people in my lives that have been father and saying special prayers for those that I no longer have with me. But a father that I want to give tribute to, that was important especially to me and to my children, is Roy Adams Sr. He became a daddy to a 3-year-old that loves him dearly, and he became a daddy to a Roy Jr. My daughter calls him Dad. My son calls him Pops. But whatever the name, he has certainly earned their love and their respect. I just want to take a few seconds to talk about this man, and especially how he responded to his son and the tragedy we had in our lives. He was here upholding Roy Jr. He's been there from the day one. He got on a plane, was here to help me take him from the jail. I don't know if I could have made it without him. And what's so sad about all of this, he spent 30 plus years of his life in law enforcement. So I can only feel how he must feel after spending all those years in law enforcement. And now he thinks and feels that this law enforcement let him down, let his son down. I want to just take a few seconds and read some things he wrote. He said, I care deeply for my son and believe that I should take any and all necessary steps to ensure he is treated justly. I care deeply for the criminal justice system where I have spent the major part of my life. Lastly, and certainly not least, I care deeply that a fellow officer lost his life in the line of duty, serving and protecting his community. And he believes the ultimate tribute to Officer Medlin would have been to ensure that the criminal justice system remains a system that the public trusts and respects. And that's the kind of man who is my children's dad and father. And I just want to take a few minutes and say, Roy Adams Sr., you have been such a blessing in my life.
Roy's words. My pop isn't a perfect man. All I know is that my pops has always loved and supported my sister and me. I could dwell on the negative state of black males and their fathers, but I am deliberately choosing not to do so. I can do that at a different time. Today I want to talk about my pops, a great man. I have a luxury, my pops. My mom tells me wonderful stories about my pops and me as a baby. She said each time he gave me a mouthful of baby food, he would open his mouth too. And how, as a baby, she couldn't wait for him to get home from his late-night police shifts because I wouldn't go to sleep and she had to go to work in the morning. She said he would lay me on his chest and somehow I calmed down and drifted off to sleep on top of him. When Luther Vandross sang Dancing with My Father, she said that was my dad, holding me in his arms and dancing with me when I was a baby. My pops thought he was a smooth dancer, and probably still does. My mom and father separated when I was in elementary school. While I didn't see my pops every day, I always knew that he was only a phone call or a plane trip away. Detroit, Washington, D.C., Fort Lauderdale, or wherever. Because of my father, I have traveled to many places. I was the every other weekend kid in the airport, racing through Chicago Midway to catch a plane. Of course, I wish my pops could have done some things better, but my pops grew up without his pop. He was learning about being a pop at the same time that I was learning to be a man. Whatever he lacked in popology, He made up for times 10 with his dedication and love to my sister and to me. I have always known he would be in my corner. In my darkest hour, I had my pops. I made my first call to my mom. She made her first call to Pops. I needed him badly. I remember my Pops putting his arms around me, just like when I was a baby, holding me up to help me walk from the Euless police jail. I leaned on him all the way to the car. With him, I made it through my darkest hour. He continues to hold and lift me up through this journey. I can't wait to dance with my father again.